Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Inshallah, you are all in the best of health, and thank you for joining us in the third session of the Al-Ṣamadiyyah, the course on Al-Ṣamadiyyah. So, in the previous session, we discussed the definition of Naḥw, the objective of this science, and the subject of this science. We said that the subject of Naḥw is al-kalima wal-kalam, and kalima means word and kalam means speech. And today in this session we are going to discuss the definition of the subject. What is kalima and what is kalam? We are going to talk about that. So let's get into the book. The author says تعريف الكلمة والكلام, the definition of kalima and kalam. He says فالكلمة, so the word, the kalima, is لفظ موضوع مفرد. لفظ موضوع مفرد. And we need to define these terms, define and explain these words. So let's begin like this. What is lafz? What is lafz? Lafz is otherness, is the expression, but technically it's any sound that comes out of mouth and expressing a recognized letter. For example, if you make some noises like this, just say it's not considered lafz. It should be a linguistically recognized letter, like for example s, or like s, like c, like f, like k. These are lafz. Okay, so they say traditionally they define lafz like this: صوت معتمد على مخرج الفم. By this they mean the places that the sound of letters come through. For example, consider the sound of the letter S. If you consider this, you see that there is a specific place, maybe behind the upper teeth of your mouth, that the sound of S comes out through that place. And the science of tajweed talks about this topic. Anyway, that's lafz. Now we want here to define kalima. What is kalima? What is word? What is word? To define word, because word is a type of lafz, we have other types of lafz, other types of alfāḍ. Alfāḍ is the plural of lafz. Let's take a look at the examples, at the examples of the lafz, and consider the difference. And then we will go and discuss the classification, the division of the lafz, and then we go and apply these examples to the classification. So take a look at these examples. We say book, for example, the book of Ali. The book of Ali is read. What is the difference between these three alfāḍ, these three lafz and otherness? When you say, for example, consider the difference between these two, book and the book of Ali. When you say book, it's not the case that a part of book, of these word, of this otherness indicates a part of the meaning. It's not like that. But in the second otherness in the second phrase, a part of it indicates a part of the meaning. For example, book, consider this phrase, the book of Ali. Here, book indicates a part of the meaning, and Ali indicates another part of the meaning. So the entire meaning of the book of Ali is one thing, but it's a composed meaning. It has parts. Book is one part, Ali is another part. But the word book, the phrase book, it's not that like that. For example, it's not like B is indicating the cover, K indicates another cover, and two O's indicate the pages. No, it's not like that. The entire book, the entire otherness, the entire phrase of book indicates the entire meaning of book. So, but we have another sentence, another phrase. The book of Ali is read. What's the difference between this one and the previous one? The difference between this one and the previous one is that in the previous one, the audience waits for their explanation. The book of Ali, the audience would ask, the book of Ali what? But in this third phrase, the book of Ali is read, the audience gets satisfied with this statement and doesn't wait for more explanation. So, according to these examples, we can classify lafz into these types. First of all, we say lafz is divided into musta'mal and muhmal. Yeah. And musta'mal means meaningful, or mawdu' means meaningful, and muhmal means meaningless. For example, book is a lafz musta'mal. The book of Ali is lafz musta'mal. The book of Ali is read, lafz musta'mal, lafz mawdu'. Meaningless is any meaningless lafz that you can say, like cube. If you want to, upside down the book, just a meaningless lafz. And al-lafz al-mawdu'. So mawdu', what does mawdu' mean? Means meaningful. And mawdu' comes from the term of wad'. Wad' is the coinage of a word to a meaning. So when they consider a lafz against a meaning, that's the process of wad'. And mawdu' is a lafz that the process of wad', the process of coinage had took place about it. So it has a meaning. So al-lafz al-mawdu', the lafz that is mawdu', the lafz that is meaningful, is classified into two types: mufrad and murakkab. The lafz that is mufrad, as I explained to you, is a lafz like book, a word that has no part which indicates a part of its meaning, like book. Lafz murakkab, like the book of Ali or the book of Ali is read, is a word that does have a part which indicates a part of its meaning. So al-lafz al-murakkab, this time, the second type of the previous one, al-lafz al-murakkab this time, which is al-lafz al-mawdu' al-murakkab, is divided into two types: naqis and tam. And naqis is defined as lafz la yasihhu as-sukut alayha. that the as-sukut means silence. It's not correct to be silent upon it, meaning that when you say it, the audience or you shouldn't be silent after it. The audience waits for more explanation. The book of Ali, say the book of Ali what? Book what? But we have other type. The other type is al-lafdh al-mawdu' al-murakkab al-tam. This type يصح السكوت عليها. It's okay if you be silent upon it. Be silent after hearing it, after listening to it. When someone says the book of Ali is read, the meaning is complete. You can don't ask for further explanation. That would be enough for you. So we said all of this to say that al-kalima is this one. Al-lafdh al-mawdu' al-mufrad. This is kalima. Al-lafdh al-mawdu' al-mufrad. And by mufrad we said, we means that its part does not indicate the part of meaning. And what is kalam? Kalam is this one. Al-lafdh al-mawdu' al-murakkab al-tam. Al-lafdh, a phrase, an otherness that first of all it's mawdu', it has meaning. Second, it's murakkab, its part indicates a part of the meaning. And third, it is يصح السكوت عليها. It is correct to be silent after hearing it, after listening to it. It has isnad in fact in it. So what is the characteristic of al-lafdh al-mawdu' al-murakkab al-tam? The characteristic, the feature of this kind of lafdh, this kind of otherness, is that there is isnad between two parts of it. And by isnad we mean the meaning that the words like to be verbs like am, is, are indicate. Here we say the book of Ali is read. Here is indicates the meaning of isnad, the meaning of attribution between two parts of a sentence. And that is the essence of the sentence. Sentence is a phrase, is a otherness that has isnad, that has a specific relationship between subject and predicate of it. Sometimes it's identity, meaning that this one is exactly that one. We say Ali, the book of Ali is read. There is identity between the book of Ali and read. This is isnad. So let's go to the book. How the author defines kalima. The author says that فَالْكَلِمَةُ, so the kalima, so the word is lafdhun. First of all, it's an otherness. مَوْضُوعٌ, it's meaningful. مُفْرَد, and it is mufrad. And by mufrad, I told you, it means that a part of it does not indicate a part of the meaning. No, it's as a whole indicates the meaning. And then he classifies kalima into three types. وَهِيَ, it means, and this kalima here refers to the kalima, ismun wa fi'lun wa harfun, is noun and verb, harf, preposition. Now the definition of kalam. Wal kalam lafdhun mufidun bil isnad. He is referring to al-murakkab al-tam. Lafdhun mufidun bil isnad. It is a lafdh, it is an otherness that is مفيد, and by مفيد he means that يصح السكوت عليها, that it is okay if you be silent after hearing it, after listening to it. It's مفيد. بالإسناد, by إسناد, because there is إسناد, because there is attribution between parts of it, between the two main parts of that, it is مفيد. So why it is مفيد? Because it has إسناد. It is a lafz that is مفيد, and by مفيد we mean that it is correct and okay if you be silent after hearing it. You don't need more explanation. That is the meaning of مفيد. You don't need more explanation. You can take note. بالإسناد, it is مفيد. Why? By إسناد it is مفيد because it has إسناد between the two parts of it. ولا يأتي إلا في اسمين أو فعل واسم. ولا يأتي means that kalam, speech, does not come except in these formats. في اسمين, where there is two nouns, أو فعل واسم, or أو means or, فعل واسم, when there is a verb and a noun. Example for that, في اسمين, like علي عالم, we have two nouns, علي the noun number 1, عالم the noun number 2. أو في فعل واسم, sometimes kalam consists of a verb and a noun, like you say زيد يذهب, Zayd goes, زيد يذهب, or you can say يذهب زيد. And now let me here refer to a point that whenever a sentence in Arabic begins with a noun, it is called الجملة الاسمية, like علي يذهب, like زيد يذهب, like زيد عالم. All of these two, whether the other part of it is verb or is, it's a جملة اسمية because it begins with اسم. علي عالم, زيد يذهب, no difference. But if this sentence begins with a verb, it's a جملة فعلية, like يذهب زيد, like يعلم علي, Ali knows. That's جملة فعلية, the verbal sentence. Okay, so we said that kalima is divided into اسم, فعل, and حرف, noun, verb, and preposition, حرف. So now we want to define اسم and فعل and حرف. حد الاسم والفعل والحرف. حد is another synonym for تعريف, and it means definition. Definition of اسم and فعل and حرف. إيضاح, says إيضاح, and إيضاح means explanation, an explanation, a توضيح or إيضاح. These two words, إيضاح and توضيح, are synonyms, meaning explanation, elaboration. So إيضاح here, he wants to explain the definition of the ism and fi'l and harf. He says that al-ism, the noun, the ism, is a kalima. First of all, it's a kalima, it's a word by the definition. A word that its ma'na, its meaning is mustaqil, is independent. So a word that its meaning is mustaqil, it's a kalima. And what is mustaqil here? By mustaqil here, he means that it's mustaqil, it's independent in understanding, in conceiving. You can understand it without the need to any other words or phrases. you can understand it. For example, if I say book, a book, you can understand the meaning. On the other hand, we have something that if you say it only, if you say it alone, you cannot understand its meaning by itself, in and of itself. And that's harf. For example, harf meaning preposition, participle. For example, imagine the preposition of in, or front, or of, you cannot understand the meaning of that in and of itself. For example, if someone says, if you say from, can you imagine, can you conceive the meaning of from in and of itself? No, you always look for other word that is attached to from. You want to say from what? Should say and then when they say from school, you understand that, okay, from school. But from the alone, just from, has no meaning. You cannot imagine its meaning without other words. That's the meaning of mustaqil and غير مستقل, independent and dependent. Okay, so ism and fi'l are words that their meaning is independent. Fi'l, verb, and ism, noun, you can imagine their meaning without any other word. You can say, for example, Ali, you can say Zayd, you can say book, you can say laptop, you can say table. The meaning is understandable without any other words. And verbs are the same in these terms. You can say hit, you can say listen, hear, talk. You don't need two other words to understand the meaning of talk. But on the other hand, huruf, particles, prepositions, no, you cannot understand their meaning in and of themselves. You cannot say from and understand it. No, it's not understandable. You cannot understand the meaning of that. You need another word to come and complete its meaning, like from madrasa, from school. Okay, so wait a minute. Okay, yeah. So another characteristic, another condition for a concept to be ism is that ism is not attached to one of the three tenses. We have three tenses in all languages: past, the past tense, the present tense, and the future tense. The past time, present time, future time. Ism, nouns, don't have any tense. That's another characteristic, that's another feature of noun. On the other hand, fi'l has a time, has a tense. We have past tense verbs, future tense verbs, and present tense verbs. So this is the difference between noun and verb. So noun and verb are, they have common meaning in terms of their meaning is mustaqil, but the difference between them is that noun is not accompanied with one of the three tenses, and fi'l is accompanied with one of the three tenses. And harf also is like ism in terms that it doesn't have any time. Yeah. And after that, the author gives us some signs, some exclusive features for each of the noun and fi'l and harf. The author says that ism, if you want to understand that a word is a ism, is ismun, there are some features, there are some characteristics. One of them is the jar. From the states of Arab, the cases of Arab, we said that one of them is jar. So jar is exclusive to ism, to noun. It's only ism that takes jar. We don't have a fi'l that is majrur. For example, we say Kitabu Aliyin, and Aliyin is in the state of jar, and we cannot find a verb that takes such a state, and nor harf also doesn't take any i'rab at all. Another feature of ism is an-nida, vocative. We call nouns. We say, "Oh Allah, Oh Ali, Oh Zayd, Ya Ali, Ya Zayd, Ya Bak, Ya Am." We can call them, but you cannot say Ya yadrabu, Ya yaf'alu. So that's another characteristic. Another feature of ism is lam, lam al-ta'rif. You say al-kitab, and this is the definite article in Arabic. Al-lam is definite article, like the in English. You say al-kitab, at-tawila, the table, the book. But lam al-ta'rif, the definite article, does not attach to the verb. You cannot say al-yaf'alu. No, doesn't make sense. Another feature of noun is tanween. You say aliyun, zaydun, kitabun, but verbs do not take tanween. Another feature is tathniyah. You say kitaban, 2 books, kitabain, 2 books. Or for example, any other nouns can be dual. Tathniyah means dual case. When a word refers to 2 instances of the same noun, that's tathniyah. Well, jam, plural case. You can say muslimun, muslimin, mu'minun, mu'minin, but verbs do not have jam and tathniyah. Here you may ask, what about the verbs like yaf'alani or yaf'aluna? These are jam, these are tathniyah. The answer is that in this case also, yaf'alani, alif, which makes yaf'alu, yaf'alani, alif here is a noun, and that noun, which is a pronoun, that is muthanna. In yaf'aluna, wav is a noun, and wav is jam. It's not yaf'alu. Yaf'alu is always, it doesn't have any, adad. It doesn't have any jam or tathniyah or mufrad. It doesn't count. So that's it. On the other hand, there are features of fi'l. The feature number 1 is qad. Qad enters upon verb. You say qad yaf'alu or qad dhahaba. And when qad comes before the madi verb, before the past tense verb, it is kind of emphasis. Qad dharaba, definitely he hit. Or sometimes it means the it means present perfect. When you say huwa qad fa'ala dhalika, it means that he has done that. Qad, this is the meaning of qad. So qad comes upon verbs. Qad does not come upon nouns. Another feature, lam. Lam yadhhab. He has not gone yet. Lam has such a meaning, and it is exclusive to the verbs. It makes the it makes the negative present perfect. لم يذهب. He has not gone yet. He has not gone. Yeah. لم يذهب. وتاء التأنيث. Another feature of فعل is تاء التأنيث. تاء التأنيث is a ta that is attached to the verb and makes it mu'annath, like ضربت, like فعلت, like سمعت. ونون التأكيد, like يفعلن, يفعلن, يذهبن. يذهب means he goes, but يذهبن, it means that he definitely goes. So this is also another feature that is specific, exclusive to the verb. What is the signs of the and features of the particle حرف? They explain like this. They say that when a word does not have any of the signs of the verb and any of the signs of the noun, so it's a harf. So that was about the definition of the ism and fi'l and harf. Let's go and apply the explanations to the book. إيضاح, an explanation. Al-ism, the noun, you can say supernoun. We will explain it. It includes masdar and mushtaq and isma'ain. We will explain that. It's not only noun in English. Noun in English, in English grammar, noun is just for isma'ain, and we will explain. Like, for example, Zaid is a noun in English, but it includes adjective as well. When we say al-ism here, by definition, it includes adjective in English as well. For example, ضارب is also a noun. So anyway, we will explain that later. Al-ism is kalimatun, it's a word that ma'naha, its meaning ma'naha, ha here refers to kalima, mustaqillun. Its meaning is independent. And we explained that independent means that you can imagine it without other words. Kalimatun ma'naha mustaqillun. Another adjective for kalima or for ma'na, no difference, is that it's غير مقترن. It's not accompanied. It's not with. Muqtarin is something that is accompanied, that is attached with to another thing. So kalimatun ma'naha mustaqillun, and is not accompanied, it's not attached to any of these three times. It's not muqtarin, attached to any of the three tenses. غير مقترن بأحد. B means to أحد, one of the الأزمنة الثلاثة, the three times. It's not attached to one of the three times. It means it's not attached to none of the three times. ويختص, it's exclusive to, or these features are exclusive to it. يختص, its exclusive features are as follows. Al-jar, I explained. An-nida, like vocative, Ya Zaid. Wal-lam, lam al-ta'rif, like al-kitab. Wal-tanween, like kitabun. Wal-tathniya, the dual case, like kitaban, two books. Wal-jam, like kutub, books, or muslimun, muslimin, Muslims. Wal-fi'l, and now the definition of fi'l. It's also kalimatun ma'naha mustaqil. The same thing. I don't explain again. But the difference between fi'l and noun is that it is muqtarin بأحدها, بأحد الأزمنة الثلاثة. The verb is accompanied with one of the three tenses, because a verb is whether ماضي or مضارع or حال, because or you know, verbs has a time. It indicates a time. It has a time, and the time is whether ماضي or حال or future. And ماضي verbs in Arabic, as it's known, shows us it's exclusive to the time of past tense. But in Arabic, future tense, future time, and present time has just one type of verb. That's مضارع. And by context, you can understand that whether this مضارع verb indicates present or future. For example, you can say علي يذهب إلى المدرسة الآن. Ali is going to the school right now, or Ali goes to the school. And you can say علي يذهب إلى المدرسة غدا. Ali will go to the school tomorrow. Here, for both meaning future and present, we use مضارع. So anyway, فعل is مقترن to one of the three tenses, one of the three times. ويختص به, and it is specified to بقد, first of all, قد, like قد ذهب, قد يفعل. وباللام, the adatul jazm, lam comes upon it, you say لم يذهب, and this is specific for مضارع verbs. لم يذهب, لم يأتي, لم يقل. He has not said. لم يذهب, he has not gone. لم does not come upon noun. وتاء التأنيث, another feature of فعل is تاء التأنيث, like ذهبت, like فعلت. ونون التأكيد, نون التأكيد, the noon of emphasis, that's the literal translation. And that's a type, you know, that this noon التأكيد, you should study that in the knowledge of, in the science of sarf, morphology. There is another science in Arabic exclusive to the changes of the words, which is called sarf. So in the sarf, you are going to study what is known نون التأكيد, الثقيلة والخفيفة. You are going to study that. But here, just you should know that this thing is exclusive to the verb. اسم doesn't have نون التأكيد. Okay, so the definition of حرف. حرف is كلمة معناها غير مستقل. اسم and فعل, their meaning was مستقل, was independent. But حرف, its meaning is غير مستقل. غير مستقل means none. غير means none. مستقل means independent. It means it's dependent. It's not independent. ولا مقترن بأحدها, and its meaning is not accompanied, is not attached to one of the three times. You know, like from does not have any time. Of does not have any time. In does not have any time. That's obvious. So what are the signs of حرف? ويعرف, it is known, حرف is known بعدم قبول شيء من خواص أخويه. It is known بعدم. It's known by, عدم means lack, absence. It's known by the absence of the قبول, acceptance of the شيء من خواص أخويه, the acceptance of anything, شيء, anything of the features. خواص means features of its two siblings. And by أخويه, it means siblings. أخويه means siblings, and by siblings he means noun and verb. So حرف does not accept any of the features of its siblings, which are اسم and فعل. Okay, thank you. That's enough for today. We will continue the book inshallah in the next sessions. Bye for now. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.